right, now wait a minute. Now getting back, you actually drove those ambulances. Can I talk about that?
Yeah, well, I'd rather not go. I did drive the ambulances.
You did,
but
you were driving an ambulance down Irving Park Road with sirens going.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. What? 6 times a year. It was. You know what it was? It was the ambulance until recently.
Right.
The mayor did the smart thing, I think, and he made all the ambulances ALS, advanced life saving, and there were a certain amount of ambulances, I forgot how many right now, that were BLS. And basically what it did was take place of the paddy wagon is what I think it, because we just picked people up who were sick or people that were mental. And
that lady, what, you knew her name.
I no, I don't want to. See, that's why.
What was her name?
I forgot her name.
She was drunk, and they picked her up every day. By the way, paddy wagon is an offensive term.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Paddy wagon is. I'm half Irish. I have the papers to prove it. Yeah, I know it is. You know.
What a horrible name.
Oh,
think about it.
No, I saw something that somebody. I don't want to get into it. Well, it's too early to go. Yeah, we'll get people yelling at it. It was about the Irish being slaves. Wow. Literal slaves in South America.
The most discriminated group of people in history.
That's not in the history books. It's not in the history books.
Look, Irish need not apply.
How the hell did you get this job?
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Where else can I walk into a crowded bar, and if I made a black joke or a Latino joke or a Polish joke, I might be looked. But if I said something about the Irish and their drinking, everybody laughs.
Yeah.
It's still okay to bash the Irish. I don't know if that's true.
Because they know the Irish will laugh. Even when the Irish are mad, they'll laugh. Yeah. But you never know what they're thinking. And what they're thinking is what you got to be afraid of.
And I'll remember. All right, so anyway, today I'm out for lunch with Yasko. And we walk in.
Say that again? You were when?
Out to lunch with Yasko.
Yasko's the Serbian.
Right.
Back to the Serbian.
Always goes back to the Bosnian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bosnian, Serbian.
The Muslim.
Right, he's Muslim.
Okay.
So
from Bosnia. Not the Middle East.
So I walk into the Panini Republic, and they have a whole new menu. Oh, by the way, I was talking to the Jewish fella, Yohav, and
wait a minute, what's their name?
His name is Yohav.
Both of them.
I forgot the other guy.
Yohav,
which I love.
Yeah.
I said, Yohav
Shmurna.
Yohav
no,
said,
that's Yohav.
He goes, Don, I must thank you for your advice. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm 49 years old. No one's ever thanked me for my advice in my life. And he goes, you told me to stay open for drunks. Well, he's at Diversey, so he's next to Yaxie's and Duffy's and Compass.
Oh, yeah.
And Fionn.
What times do you stand open till 5?
He's open till 3. And all those bars are open till 2. And in fact, Yaxie's open till 4. And
hey, get a panini.
Exactly. He says, oh my God. So anyway, right. And what he said is their kitchen's closed at 11. So he says from 11 till 2, he triples his money and he couldn't be happier. So I say, it's free advice from me to you.
Wow.
So
and by the way, this is Dan and Dan.
Yeah.
On the podcast brought to you by Greenock Productions.
Oh, who's that?
That's the name of the company.
Oh, well, thank
we're
God.
licensed with the state of Illinois.
Oh, thank God for them. Oh, we're legal.
We are legal.
Nice job.
And
100%.
And yes.
Thank you, man.
And that is our engineer, Matt Ruin.
Howdy.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Matt. You're sounding good. All right, so wait. What are we talking about? My Bosnian. Oh, so anyway, so I walk in and they have a new menu. So I'm looking at the menu, and prior to this, it was, you get a pastrami panini or a roast beef panini or a turkey panini. So now,
wait a minute, what's a panini look like? I've been ever since you said that word.
Didn't we go to school with a panini?
Mark Panini. Panino. Mark Panini. We called him Panini.
We called him Panini. And I don't think
there was no such thing as a Panini by then.
How is Mark Panino?
He's doing good.
I think I saw a picture of him on Facebook. He's got a kid.
He does.
One, a daughter.
Yes. No, he's got a son.
Ooh.
The kid's crazy. He's a good kid. Yeah. You wind this kid up, and he's like Panino.
Where is Panino? How does he live?
He's in.
Wait, didn't we just talk about how close the Edgewater community was growing up, and how we all moved?
He's in
away?
Mount Prospect.
Oh, good save.
I think, or in Arlington Heights. But he owned a. He owned
a Panini restaurant.
No, he didn't.
Panino's Paninis.
Panino's Paninis. That's not
real
a bad
quick,
idea.
I looked up panini on Google,
Thank you.
and what we have is a grilled sandwich made from bread.
A what?
A grilled sandwich made from bread.
It's wonderful because.
What does it look like?
Well, you take the bread and you never heard of a panini press? Almost like a George Foreman, but just very, and it makes the bread very crunchy. So when you juxtapose the crunchiness of the bread,
don't
juxtapose.
You know what? I never knew that word until I was in a play. 3 years, yeah, and I couldn't even say it. I felt like
Juxtaposition?
such an idiot. And these kids these days, it's juxtapose. I'm supposed to know it.
I will find.
And then suddenly everyone's saying it. TV. I probably heard it my whole life.
I remember,
just wasn't listening.
When I went to college, I was at DePaul University, class of '87. And I was a freshman.
I went to school with you and cheated off of you in algebra, and then I didn't take the final, and I got a C in the class, and he got a B, and he was so pissed.
I was a freshman, and I started off being an English major, and I had a class, and I had to write a paper. And in the paper, I used the word ubiquitous. Whoa, that didn't sound good. Matt, what happened? All right, so I used the word ubiquitous. I'm not sure how I used it, but I said something about, it was a comment on modern society and saying that maybe advertising was ubiquitous. Everywhere. Ubiquitous. And it was my first paper.
Well, I'm looking at you like a pig looking at the space shuttle. So go ahead.
Well, thank you. So it's a fairly common word. It's ubiquitous. In fact, hold on, wait for it.
Was this
the word ubiquitous might be ubiquitous.
Yes, it might.
All right, so anyway.
Was this Mrs. Zitzler's class?
No, she was geometry. This is English.
She's the one that passed me.
Right.
It wasn't geometry, was it?
It was
algebra.
All
right, go ahead.
Same shit.
Great teacher.
We could have said a word out of her mouth. Anyway. All right. Wait, can I talk about my word?
Minus.
All right. I got to talk about my word ubiquitous. So I showed my first paper to my brother Timmy. A little bit older than me. He was at Loyola. I go, Timmy, what do you think? And he made fun of me for using the word ubiquitous. And he said it was kind of forced. I said, not only is it not forced, it came very natural.
He said when you used it, it sounded forced.
Like I was trying to impress somebody. There's an old
Which
line.
you probably were.
Probably. Never use a $100 word when a $5 word suffices. Does as good. Sorry, Dan. So anyway.
What a jerk. You.
So anyway. I said I was a little, I go to my older brother for guidance and some direction.
Oh,
and
jeez. Who is the teacher now, by the way?
So anyway, he says, right, great guy. One of my favorite people in the world.
My dad loved your brother.
He's not
he was so proud of him when he went back to school at the age of 40. Was he 40? Yeah, he was about 40 when he went back.
To get his master's?
To become a teacher.
Right. So anyway, let me tell you. So I went to him for
Tim
direction.
McDonough.
And he said
he won't play. He plays the accordion too.
Never again. Especially since Judy Bartopinka died. He retired as accordion. Anyway.
She was a great woman.
She was. So I say, not only am I offended that thinking I'm misusing the word ubiquitous, I vow for the rest of my 4-year collegiate career to use the word ubiquitous in every single paper I write. And as God is my witness, I did.
Really?
And every single paper, regardless of the class, regardless of the topic, I found the way to put the word ubiquitous in that paper. True story.
Did anybody say anything?
No, nobody ever got it. It was an inside joke with me and myself. And I cracked up every time I used it. I don't know if I ever told that.
I'll get these guys. In fact, I'll show my brother, Timmy.
The word ubiquitous was ubiquitous throughout my college career.
I was just going to say that. But I was afraid I might be using it wrong.
All right. So anyway, I'm out with Yasko today, and who's Muslim. And the Panini Republic now.
And a Serbian.
Now they have.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, by the way, You know, I love Yasko. And I said to Yasko, and you heard him say this.
Yeah.
I go, "Yasko,"
When are you funniest? And he went, "When you're drunk."
he said, "When I'm drunk." And in fact, I talked to him right before I got in the car. I go, "Yasko, I got to go do this thing and talk on this thing." I go, "Do you have any advice?" And what did he say?
Get drunk.
All right. So anyway, so we walk in, and now there's new fancy paninis. They're not just pastrami. Now he's got Chicago Fire, you know, which is the panini with some hot jalapeno peppers and some, I don't know. They're very, very good. So now,
Yeah, it's hot.
genius though, but he's got names from all, including one called Bacon Bacon. So I look at Bacon Bacon.
Oh, no.
I said, I'm going to get the Bacon Bacon. I remember Yasko's a Muslim. So I said, oh, yeah. And I'm buying Yasko a panini. Give him the Muslim. What is that, a piece of bread? I thought it was funny. Yasko didn't think it was too funny.
You're racist.
That's a horrible story. You can't tell that story.
Yeah, it's been told.
It's a Muslim.
We recorded the whole thing, so it's there. It's going down in history.
Oh my God! Why are you so mean?
That's not mean. You know,
What do you mean it's not mean?
Well, first of all, he is a Muslim who does eat pork.
Well then, so he's not a practicing Muslim.
Okay.
I saw this big thing on Muslims yesterday and Muhammad and stuff. It's very confusing.
Cuidado, be careful, tread carefully.
I'm not treading carefully. I'm just saying it's very
Easy.
confusing.
Look what it did to Sony Pictures. Wait, that wasn't the Muslim.
Yeah, he thinks that was Koreans. We think. They think it might be an inside job.
What do you mean? It's Sony?
Yeah.
Why?
They think someone got fired and said, I'll show
I
you.
think the level of expertise needed would be more than a pissed off 22-year-old, wouldn't it be?
I've heard that it's going to be the best-selling DVD ever.
I bet it will be.
And I heard. Wait, Matt, did you hear? Do you know anybody who's already downloaded it and seen it?
I've heard pretty negative things about it.
It's bad.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I haven't seen it myself. I haven't downloaded it or anything.
I mean, I see something.
I want something to drink.
So do I.
What do you want?
Water.
I got water right there. I'm going to have a cranberry juice. What are you, on your period?
Oh, I don't know what that means. No.
What movie was that?
No one. Matt will know.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Can I
don't know.
Can I just mention I walked into this place? I walked into
The Departed.
I walked into the studio for some reason earlier, and somebody mentioned something about Frank Zappa, and I said, I will give anybody here a lunch on me if they can name the 3 offspring of Frank Zappa. Now, listening audience, if there's anyone out there listening, would anybody be able to do that?
Says.
And of course, Matt said immediately. What'd you say, Matt?
It's Moon Unit, Ahmet, and Dweezil.
And he did not Google that. He did not look that up. What was on top of his head? I was very proud of you, Matt. You know, all these years I've known you, and I kind of thought you would know it, but you nailed it. So good job.
I love Frank. I love Captain Beefheart. I love the Mothers.
I like Titties and Beer.
That is a very good song.
Yes.
I have no idea what you got. I remember Valley Girl.
Okay, fine. For sure. We used to listen to Titties and Beer in
I know.
Fraser's basement all the time.
Mongo Fury.
I mean, you guys might as well be speaking Bosnian. I have no idea. It was
Frank Zappa, Bosnian?
No.
What nationality is Frank Zappa?
I'm thinking, uh-oh. Matt's Googling.
That I will have to Google.
Really?
I'm going to think
I
like,
bet you Paul Zarang would know.
I bet you're damn right he would. I bet you he's like Lebanese.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like that hurts. Why are we wearing earphones if you're going to do the headphones?
Well, I'm sorry. Every time I hear Lebanese, I want to do that.
You know, the gay guys aren't big with the Lebanese. I think meant the lesbians. What noise do lesbians make?
I don't know.
Do they go? Wait,
No, I meant Lebanese as a culture.
Oh.
Because they dance and sing. They're a happy people.
Believe me, most lesbians I know are neither happy nor do they sing or dance.
What about... Oh, I'm not going to start
Are
outing
you-
people
are you
on
a-
the radio.
Come on,
I
out
might... Well, I know.
Who?
Well, I'm not going to say people's names until they're in
Okay,
front
guys.
of us.
Yes.
Guys,
Yeah.
Frank Zappa is American.
Well, we're all
He is
That's
American.
what it says.
He is American.
He's American.
Matt. We're all American, but we're all from somewhere else, unless he's Native American.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
My mom's father was born here, but her grandparents came here. And her grandfather was murdered.
For what?
He was a watchman before they had the police department at a brewery. So the watchman had the power of the police, and they had a badge.
Did they have a gun? Did they have a gun?
They did have a gun. And he was killed. He was murdered.
There's also one other child of Frank Zappa.
What?
Oh,
Yes.
There's 4? So
There
you
are
lost
4.
the bet.
I did lose the bet.
Oh my
I
God!
lost.
Thank
You didn't
God.
know, though.
Thank God. Yeah, listen, I'm not buying lunch.
Diva. Diva is her name. Yeah.
Is Diva a man or a boy? I mean, so Diva's
Hello.
Diva's a chick. How come I don't?
Diva man or boy.
Boy, what's going on in my head?
Well, go over to Berlin. You ever see that place? Let's talk about that place for a second.
Well,
No, I've never been in there, but that neighborhood has went to crap.
Whoa!
What? After 2 o'clock in the morning,
All right, first of all,
transvestites out fighting in the middle of the street.
yeah. Well,
What happened over there?
what are you talking about? What neighborhood are you talking about? Are you talking about Central Lake?
Well, I don't even know.
Well, I mean, Berlin is not a typical gay club. It really caters.
It's a trisexual club.
Yeah, it's a, you know,
I'll try anything.
You know, it's a very late night dance place that really, right? It caters to an extreme. And
Yes.
you get a lot of transgender, transvestites, which is okay. I mean, everyone needs a
I've noticed
place.
A lot of I don't.
You know, what are you gonna do?
Well,
I mean, don't.
from
don't
what
cut-
I witnessed personally on the street there is not good, and they need to clean that up. But I don't know how they can.
Why don't you?
It's not like I mean,
Hey, why don't you go check out Wrigleyville after a Cubs double-headed victory?
I've been there.
I mean, things get a little crazy there too.
What-
Why does somebody go try to clean up Clark Street?
It's a goddamn mess.
Money, money.
Listen,
But
everybody.
it's like it's not.
But don't condemn a neighborhood because of,
I'm not picking. It's down the street from Wrigley Field. It's really
You said what happened to the neighborhood because of
Yeah,
Berlin?
you're right. What happened over there?
It's it's a kind
I
of.
mean, Berlin's been there for 30 years.
Yes, it has.
You know,
And it's
it
continued,
got dark,
it's
is what I'm saying.
continued
It's
to-
got dark.
Uh-oh.
No,
Are you
I
speaking
mean,
metaphorically.
no, I'm talking evil dark.
Oh well, it's
Like
it
you
caters.
know when you're walking down the street and you hit a bad part in the street, and you know where you got to look over your shoulder and it's a little scary. That kind of
All right,
dark.
well, I mean, the beauty thing about Lakeview and Boys Town is, there's a bar for professionals to go and watch a Bears game. There's a bar, for guys to go and dance with their shirt off. There's a place for to sit and have a nice refined martini.
I'll dance anywhere with my shirt off. You want to see the hair on my back? Yeah.
But there's also a place for, it caters to a certain extreme element of the community.
Well, you know what?
It
I
serves a
don't
purpose.
even want to go down that road because I'm not looking at it judgmentally. I'm looking at it like, what the heck happened? You know what I mean?
It's
you know what's
exuberance.
I think being by the L train has a lot to do with it too.
I think
I'm talking stabbings and
Yeah,
beatings.
yeah, what are you gonna-
You know,
Right. Well, sometimes
that's what I mean.
Right. There's always an element that takes advantage of people. But, I know there's been some increased policing. I think things are okay. In fact, I heard Matt's band is playing at Berlin New Year's
Not
Eve.
exactly. Where are you playing next?
We'll be playing at the Elbow Room on January 17th. That's going to be our CD release show.
All right, I got to be honest with you.
What time?
It starts at 8:30.
Sorry.
I love the Elbow Room.
Yeah, great bar.
Great bar, great sound, great place to see a great venue to see a live band. Small, intimate, nice people. Right, where Wellington and Lincoln.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You know what? I'm looking for a bar to shoot my movie, written by Dan Burns, Out of Touch, starring Michael McDermott and Paul Daddario and Julia Kessler.
Whoa. Hold on. Stop everything. You mean Dan Burns from Edgewater that we grew up with?
Yes,
He wrote a book.
he wrote a book.
What, is it a short story? What is it?
It's a book of short stories.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm taking one of the short stories called Out of Touch. In fact, I'm shooting the whole book except for 2 of them. because unless I eventually get the budget to shoot a movie out in outer space and shoot another one with tanks.
Okay. Wait, with what?
Tanks.
You're welcome.
Mike Bastion, that's for you.
All right, so, all right.
But
And it takes place in a bar?
yes, and I'm looking for a dive bar. I already have one. I could shoot it at the Jefferson Inn, but I'm also go ahead.
All right.
What do you got in
I
mind?
got something. I got trivia too. I know Matt. I know Matt's. I've only known Matt for about 25 minutes, and he's nailed my first trivia question. All right, name the one bar in Chicago where both John Wayne Gacy.
L&L Tap.
Oh, you son of a gun!
Yeah,
The one bar where John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer both got victims out of,
right,
and the bar is the L&L Tap at Belmont and Clark.
right. It's a
Yeah.
big actor bar.
It's a horrible.
Dive.
I love
that would
it.
be perfect, but
That
I don't know if I could shut it down for a day.
well, I know the owner.
Really?
Yes.
Well, let's talk to him.
His sister is married to a friend of mine who you know well.
Guy or girl?
Wait, his sister is married to
A guy.
a guy friend
It
of
could
mine.
be a girl. Who
It's a whole
was?
new world, baby.
Who?
Dwayne.
Oh, Dwayne. Yeah.
Yes.
Whose father was a policeman.
Yes. Black fella.
Yeah.
Hey,
I-
why not just shut down the bar during the day?
I could do an L&L
You
Tap
know, outside
in the
of
daytime. I don't
hours
know.
of operation and
Well,
black out the windows.
The thing about L&L Tap is I don't know if that's a joint that opens at 7 in the morning.
Oh,
It's very possible.
No. I know when it opens. It's not one of those places. It's like a 3 or 4 o'clock place.
That'd be a perfect bar, though.
Get them at noon. See if you
Yeah.
can get in there at noon or something.
No, I need to. We're gonna shoot at 7 in the morning. We'll be rolling at 8. We got 2 full days to shoot.
Is the whole thing take place in the bar? Two guys talking on a bar stool.
There's some street scenes, but I could shoot that anywhere.
So the vast majority is two guys on a bar stool.
No, a guy and a girl who meet at their 30th high school reunion.
Oh my God, so they're like 48.
Yeah, it's something like our
Oof.
debacle.
Nobody cares.
That was fun. Our reunion, that party.
You know, I wasn't looking forward to that. And I know you put that together, and I know
Maria Nanos did too.
Oh, love Maria Nanos.
She's the best.
But I will tell you, I was very happy I went there.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those.
And
things.
then Mr. Lion showed up.